It's time to talk food. We've got a public health dietitian joining us here on Midday. Nadine Baerg drops in to talk about a really cool program. Cook it, try it, like it. Great name.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And it's a program that's been going on in Kamloops for about 5 or 6 years. It started as a partnership between the city, the school district, and Interior Health, and has actually spread across Interior Health. So we have programs in the Okanagan, the Kootenays, and lots in rural areas in the North Thompson, Okanagan areas as well.
That's awesome. So tell us, what is the program? Like who are you targeting? Who do you want to come to these?
Yeah, so it's an after-school program for grades 4 to 7, and it's for 5 weeks. It's about a 2-hour class, and what we know is that with the increase in processed foods, sorry, I'm just getting over a cold.
No worries.
And increase in obesity, we really want to target that by allowing kids to learn food skills, learn how to shop, cook, grow, prepare foods, and eating healthy foods as well.
And it's tough. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there to eat, and you know, it's hard to know what's good and what's bad. Even as an adult, sometimes it's confusing what you should be eating.
Yeah, so we try to keep the lessons pretty simple and focused on one thing each week. And so say 1 week is focused on sugary drinks and about the effect that sugar can have on our bodies and why it makes sense to choose water and milk instead of the high sugar drinks or the diet versions too. And then say that week we make smoothies. And kids get to try out like different ingredients and maybe try some kale in their smoothie, something new.
Like, what's kale? That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty fun watching them try something new and really enjoying it.
That's great. So you've also put together a video?
Yeah, so this past year we worked on a leaders training series. We have the leaders guide available online and now this on YouTube. So if you just Google Cook It, Try It, Like It, or look up Cook It, Try It, Like It on YouTube, you can find these resources and start this program on your own as well.
That's great.
The video that we'll be showing focuses on how to introduce kids to new foods in a way that isn't scary for them and helps them learn to enjoy different healthy foods.
Okay, great. So let's have a look at the video.
Video 5, trying new foods. Some school-age children are adventurous eaters and others are unsure about foods. It's quite normal. We're here to create an environment where kids feel safe and comfortable to try new foods. Be a role model. Allow the students to see what the value is in enjoying a variety of healthy foods. Let them watch their peers try new things. You may want to offer a new food to the adventurous eater first. Instill confidence in the students that are hesitant around new foods. Let them know that they will be eventually learning to like most foods.
Do's. Encourage students to touch, taste, and smell foods in a food-safe manner, of course. These are all good things. Provide options to try new foods. Ask a hesitant student, do you want a mushroom on the corner of your pizza? Provide napkins if a child doesn't want to swallow a new food they've tasted, and show them how to politely get rid of the food. Teach students to be respectful when cooking, eating, and cleaning up. Words like gross and disgusting are not appropriate. Teach them to say, I don't care for that, or no thank you. When serving themselves, some children may need to be reminded to leave enough for others. And if everyone has eaten, they may be able to have seconds. Don'ts. Don't coerce, bribe, or force students to try new food. Even the one-bite rule can make hesitant students have a negative attitude towards food. Don't force students to finish the food on their plate.
Cook it, try it, like it. There were some really great tips in there.
Yeah, a lot of those principles come from Ellen Satter. She's a guru on feeding children everything from infants through those toddler years where we deal with a lot of picky eating. And so those tips are really helpful for someone working with kids, but also with your own kids, they can be really helpful.
Yeah, any family, right? It's always hard to get your kids to try new things. Like it really is. It's like, oh no, you'll really like it. And they never believe you.
Yeah.
They just don't.
And Ellen Satter's really great, like understanding that as adults, caregivers, parents, we're the ones who are providing the food and choosing when the food is given, so snacks, meal times, but the child gets to choose whether they want to eat it and how much they eat.
So if somebody wanted to get their child involved in one of these programs, how can they do that?
Ask at your school, so check with the teacher principal if they are going to have the program this year, because we only have limited funding.
Right.
And then you could also say, like, if you're a daycare or if you want to do it during class time, a parent could even volunteer and provide a program like this during class. Like, we lay out everything really simply in the guide, and it's pretty easy to do a simple lesson.
Lots of options.
Yeah.
You were mentioning that the United Way has been a great sponsor.
Definitely, yeah. So this year, they've sponsored us in the past, and this year they're sponsoring a lot of our programs in the Thompson-Nicola region and some programs in Kamloops as well.
That's fantastic. It's a great idea. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I don't teach any of the classes, but I love attending and just seeing how the kids are enjoying it, and it's pretty fun.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Cheryl.
All right, we're going to be back in just a moment here on Midday.